Hi, if you're having issues with my Oracle file, which I assume you are, I used this video. Now, it says 2022, and it's clearly not anymore. So you could also just look up a new video and use that. But if you do trust me to guide you along this process, here's what I used. I'm just going to link all these same discs. The only one I didn't use was the Fix 95, but I just installed the first version of these, also on 7.0.10. And obviously you have to have the Barbie Vacation Mystery Disc and .7z to extract it. I show that in my first video. The new stuff you will need for my video, if I can show you, is this. It installs DirectX and Barbie Screen Styler. Now this is optional, but I mean, you're playing a Barbie game. I really think it's necessary. Joking aside, here's how I did it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is hit new, and you can name it whatever you want. It's truly irrelevant. I also apologize for the quality of my recording. I have it set low because I used to play Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses, and you'd be surprised how intense that game is. Anyway, I left all those settings default. It's really not important. And I showed you what you need to install earlier. So on the floppy disk 1, I'm looking for it. You can see what the file name is called. It's called boot disk, even though it's a floppy. I don't know. I always thought they were super soft. Whatever. That's beyond my time. Then I go and find the Microsoft Plus thing. That's what you pull the disk from. In the other guy's tutorial, he also includes installing Microsoft Plus, but we don't do that. Why? Because we believe in Barbie, and we don't need the screensaver you get from that, okay? So, it's powering on the virtual machine. I'm going to full screen this. It makes the text really small, but you have to believe me. I hit enter. Here, leave it on default, number 1. I just hit enter once, and then I'm going to type in fdisk with a K. And you hit enter, that means format. I hit Y, hit enter, enter, and I also hit Y there, and I hit enter again, whatever. I reset the machine. We're going quickly, okay? The next thing, I hit enter, 1, enter to get past here. I do format, space, capital C, colon, and then I'm going to hit Y for yes. And that's going to format your C drive. The next thing you do is do capital C, colon, then I do mkdir, space, capital Win95. Then after that, I do cd, space, capital Win95, hit enter. And then I do copy, space, capital D, colon, / Win95, hit enter again. And it is specifically a backwards slash, so it's not the forward slash, that's usual, it's the backwards one. The tallest part of it is facing left, okay? A little bit weird. And then I just type in setup, hit enter. And that's super quick. You may have to rewind a little bit. I will have written instructions also below. Yeah, so I'm leaving everything default here. Then I type in 12095 000 4226 12233. And I said that faster than I typed it on screen. 12095 000 4226 12233. You can type in any name you want here. I'm doing Barbie and Mattel, obviously. And I check both of those options. If you want to do internet stuff, that's why I left it as an option for you personally. Also, I'm afraid if I don't check those options, that I won't have any sound. So yeah. So this process should be fairly quick. Now, I don't know much about virtual machines, okay? I was watching the tutorial a lot, and his advice was very helpful. So, if you have issues, take it up with him, okay? I know this is my video, but take it up with him. So, the reason I'm even making a new Windows 95 Barbie installation is because my old one had a DirectX error, and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. And on every single one of my Barbie machines, it had that DirectX error. And I even tried reinstalling it from like a different Windows 95 virtual machine, and it still messed up. So this should work. What would happen was I would install the game. It would work the first time I clicked it. Then when I reset the machine, it would say DirectX installed incorrectly, location 2 error. I don't know what that means. So my solution was to just install DirectX from a random disk. And that's why you have that in the beginning. Are there other disks? Yes, at least one more, but this one works. I don't know why the Barbie one just doesn't work for me. It doesn't. And I actually tried doing the same thing with the first Detective Barbie game because of that comment I got months ago. And it did the same error. So I'm just going to try installing that on Windows 98. I hope that works out. I'm just hitting enter for all of these. Now you have to eject the floppy disk. So hit right control, go to the bottom, right click, remove attachments. So I'll repeat that, right control, go to the bottom where the floppy disk icon is, right control, remove. At this point, you could also remove that disk. Now this is just asking for a name for like your thing. I'm calling it the crime computer because that's what she calls her computer in Detective Barbie 2. It's stupid. Now for Windows 95, you don't need to set a password for your computer. So when it asks for one coming up shortly, I don't hit it. The time zone thing doesn't matter, obviously. But after the time zone question, it asks you about printing, hit cancel. That just cancels the printer setup. You can cancel it later. It's not gonna like mess up your whole installation. It's just super annoying. So you have to type in your username, and your username is just, I'm pretty sure, like what your legal name is, so it's Barbie. I just hit enter to get past those things. Now it's going to set up the internet for you, and this installation will never ever complete, and you can sit there and wait till it gets to 78%, but I just hit reset. I just hit restart early because I don't see any point in waiting for it to get there. I will try to restart the virtual machine from within its confines most of the time, but when necessary, I will also go up to the machine settings in the top left and hit reset from there. I just think doing it from the virtual machine helps its health. So, you have Windows 95, but you still can't play Detective Barbie yet. Hit X on that little pop-up there. Super annoying. What you're going to do is go to Devices, Optical Drives, choose a disk file, and that 256 color disk, you insert it now. So what you want to do is right-click, go to Properties, go to Settings, and the first thing I like doing is changing the monitor to plug and play. So, monitor, hit change, and then it's just literally like the fourth option down. That way you can change your monitor to any size you want. So you're going to go into your adapter settings. You're going to click Have Disk once you get there. And then you're going to hit Browse. You're going to go to your D or E drive, basically. Then you're going to go down to all the menus, the very bottom menu, until you get to Uni. There will be only one file. Hit OK. Hit OK there, too. It says compatible device. Awesome. Apply. OK. You know, whatever. It's going to start yelling at you, and you just ignore it because you don't have to listen to it. Hit close, close. And this is the part I call reset hell. You know, you're in reset hell when you right-click properties and nothing works. This can genuinely take like to a minimum of like 3 or 4 resets up to like 10 resets. It just depends on how much your virtual machine likes you that day. I can't remember how many times I had to reset. So there it got stuck. I just went to machine and did reset. I'm pretty sure that's the only time I had to do that, thankfully. I go to normal mode. because I don't know, I feel like safe mode is slower. I can't prove that. Again, I don't know much about computers. So you see, it still looks wrong. So make the monitor bigger. I try to limit the size of it because when you make it too big, it freaks out extra. And I do true color 32-bit because that looks the best. And it also works with Detective Barbie 2. And see, critical error. And you just have to restart the machine from the Oracle Manager. But you don't have to hit the restart button, which is what I was counting earlier. Now, that error should only pop up one time. At least I've only ever had it pop up one time. And one time I was setting this up, and it didn't have that error pop up for me. So I don't know why I did that one time where I managed to avoid it. But yeah, there's no password, so just hit enter. Just do OK and close on all of these. And every time it does that, you just have to straight up reset it because the properties button won't work. I'm going to include all of these resets because I think it's important, and also I'll have this chaptered out so you can skip right past this. You'll know you've gotten it right when the monitor display is finally bigger. It's finally bigger. So I lost the exact original footage after this point, but the reason my screen looks like this is because I installed Barbie Screen Styler. So you do the right control, devices, optical drive, Barbie Screen Styler. That one's very straightforward. You don't even need a disk inserted to keep using it. But the disk you'll want to install after this is the DirectX thing. You do not install Detective Barbie first. You install the DirectX disk. So, go to Devices, Optical Drives, choose a disk file. You'll want to go to Downloads or wherever you had it, and you'll need to do GDK Beta 3. So, it will install DirectX, hit Next, and it should work, right? Something I like doing is hitting Explore and doing like a test app. Oh my god, wait, what? I've never tried this before. Hold on. Let me leave. After you install it, you can like see if it works. So flip cube. The cube should flip. If the cube doesn't flip, DirectX got installed incorrectly. And then after that, you do the most fun part. And the most fun part is installing Detective Barbie 2. So, what you'll want to do is you'll want to go to Devices, go to Optical Drives, and you'll hit Detective Barbie 2. Now, I already have it installed on this computer, so I will not do it all the way through, but I will show you the critical, the only step you need to do to have a truly successful experience. You'll hit Next. Next. Leave that default. Do maximum. This is fine. Setup will now install DirectX 6.1. You will hit skip on this shit so fast. Hit skip. Alright? And I'm going to hit cancel on this just because I have it installed already. And then after you install it, it's going to ask you to restart your computer. You should restart the computer. Alright? It's just going to be in your best interest to do this because you won't know if you've messed it up until after you restart, right? So, you should still have the disk inserted. All you need to do is double click on the shortcut and it should just open right up. No DirectX errors. Thank you. And oh wow, the game works. Crazy, hurrah. There is game audio. I can help with some things tech-wise, but I am a novice when it comes to this. I'm not going to be rude if you comment something, but I cannot guarantee you will get a response or a response that is more in-depth than the top result on Google. Alright, if you want to chat, my info's in my SRC profile. Okay, bye.